The most insidious thing that the new cage scene mentality has brought with it is the almost obsessive way of constantly wanting to demonize the ego. Seeing it as the problem, blaming it for everything you are actually responsible yourself. And supposedly, you can only be spiritually enlightened if you dissolve the ego. It's interesting to observe that an alleged good side in you, or some pseudo-gurus by proxy, degrade the name guru by their mere presence alone. They completely undermine the actual value and teachings of truthful gurus, indirectly slandering and maybe even making them invisible. In this little game, the ego plays a huge role. Here's the problem. If you accept this, you have been successfully split somewhere within yourself, where there was no split initially to begin with. By nature, we are wired to be one within ourselves. But the pseudo-guru sings to you from the tree branch that you should work on yourself like spiritual workaholics, so that the evil in you can be removed or destroyed. Well, let's say dissolved, to put it in a politically correct way. And in order for you to feel like an angel in your own eyes. But the truth is, you have just been pushed into an endless war against your own self under the pretense that you are somehow indirectly spiritually spoken. Not good enough. The truth is, actually, you are absolutely perfect. Why? Here's a counter question right away. What would your being, the world, your environment, or the people you love be like if everything were rigid and unchangeable? Exactly. Growth would be gone, unfolding impossible, rigidity would be the program, kind of a business as usual type of thing. And as a bonus, you would also have that frankly ridiculous inner ego war running that can't even really be grasped because you are fighting yourself on whatever topic. Some supposed good Samaritan got you onto this track, and even you, out of conviction, persuaded others to declare war on their egos and to paralyze their egos with gentle snooze music and execute a friendly hostile takeover later. Bottom line, you're in your castle, where in everyday life you might deal with many challenges, whether professional, familial, or otherwise. And you voluntarily cripple your knight in front of the castle. Your exhaustion also comes from the fact that you have checkmated the functioning immune system of your own castle yourself. Point is, the ego can be a problem or develop into one, but it always starts through an inner division that doesn't have to be. Your favorite guru won't tell you this, because as soon as you realize it, no guru is really needed anymore. And he has himself probably only little money in his pocket. Therefore, one should absolutely and very firmly be able to distinguish between new cage pseudo-wannabe gurus and true actual gurus when it comes to spirituality. Which is not always easy, but still, don't throw out the baby with the bathwater. When two people fight, a third party rejoices. In this context, you alone are already two of that trio. The third one talks about light and love, resilience, peace on earth, but not a trace of accepting your ego with the same love within yourself. And then people wonder how it comes that absolute peaceful attitudes are expected outwardly, but nothing really happens. While at the same time, the greatest split ever is running at full throttle within themselves. How do you want to understand yourself if one part of you is denied? Part of this game is also to see yourself as higher than the ego and accuse it of having delusions of grandeur. Speaking of which, the Ouroboros is waving. By stopping this inner split, it won't be long before suddenly peace reigns. You easily accept that you don't have to strive for perfection by other people's expectations. Firstly, we're already perfectly built, with change as the key to it. And you suddenly have access to so much more energy that no perpetuum mobile machine could ever provide. Many things are taken much more relaxed, completely outside any "you are not enough" debate that nobody needs. But if improvement on your end is needed on certain issues or topics, then just get better, as long as it serves you and others as well. This whole ego debate is primarily about one thing: that under no circumstances you find your way back to yourself, to your own empowerment, or ever discover who you really are, no matter the costs. And that's why, as long as you make sure that you fight yourself, or feel the urge to attack others. You're constantly checkmating yourself when it comes to the story of unconditional love, and until you realize that you're standing in your own way. So, what holds you back to allow you to embrace yourself and others unconditionally, no questions asked?
If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more amazing content like this.